There you go. Is it all right? Yes.
Please be seated. Okay. Good afternoon. This is the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar for November 23rd, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of November shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed to assist you, when and where your next court hearing may be, if you are eligible for release, what the release conditions are, and what bond amount will be set. I will not read all the release conditions to you, but I may point out one or two that is your responsibility to review your release conditions so you don't violate them. They are court orders. You are all here on criminal matters, which means you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. These hearings are being broadcast as well as recorded. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. Because these hearings are being broadcast, there may be victims who are watching through the feed, so I will read the victim's rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have the rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who has convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of victim's rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll begin now. I'll call you in one at a time. There is a podium in the center of the room. I'll ask the first person to come in and stand here at the podium. The second person's name who I call, please have a seat right there in the chair by the door. We'll begin with Salvador Limon. Please come to the podium. Kathleen Monson, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
My name is Salvador Limon, August 29, 1987.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for two matters. The first one is that you failed to appear at your conference. It's a status conference back on October 30th of this year. So you already have an attorney in that case. Your next hearing will be December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. In that case, you do have a secured appearance bond set of $1,000, but don't pay that bond. When you were arrested, new allegations were brought against you. Your new case alleges that you had dangerous drugs in your possession. That is a Class 4 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist you in your new case. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning, and then there'll be an evidentiary hearing held on December 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. And the reason that is required is because under Arizona law, you are not eligible for release. You were already out on felony release when a new felony has been alleged against you, and so because there is probable cause, you are no longer eligible for release today. You will get the information about both of these cases on two sets of paperwork. It does have your attorney's phone number on it as well. Please take your paperwork.
Should I state why I didn't make it?
That doesn't have any bearing on why you're being held without bond.
Well, I'm sorry. I did go to court, but I'm on a bicycle and I live in Glendale. And I didn't make it there in time. By the time I got there, it was 40 minutes late, and they didn't want to accept me. Is why I didn't appear in court.
Okay, so that's on your second case, the original case. But now you have new allegations.
Okay, and then in my first case, in my first case, they also never read me my random rights.
And that would be something that would be addressed at the hearing. And I understand they did not accept you at that time. Those are things you'd want to discuss with your attorney. The phone number for your attorney is on your paperwork as well. You can call them before your hearing date or talk with them at the next hearing.
And one more thing, I know it doesn't matter to you maybe, but the 24th, I believe is tomorrow, right? That's my daughter's birthday. And I really didn't want to miss that day for her. Which means I'm going to be spending her birthday and Thanksgiving in jail.
That's correct.
And the reason why I had those dangerous drugs on me is because I took them away from my girlfriend. I don't do drugs.
Okay. And you're getting into the merits of your case, which I do understand are important, but they're not something that I can consider in your release condition. The merits of your case will be something you discuss with the next judge. Right now, it's Arizona Criminal Rules of Procedure 4.2 does not allow me to release you because a new criminal felony has been alleged while you were on felony release. So there's no wiggle room for me to let you out today, even with a bond. I would not be able to do that.
Okay, but aren't you a judge? You could be able to do that.
No, I can't go over the law. I must follow the law and apply the law. And in this case, the law says if you commit a new felony while on felony release, you will be held without bond until an evidentiary hearing is held.
So there's nothing to be
There's nothing
released?
I can do.
So
and it
just
is
by
written
being
out
bond?
on your paperwork, too, if you want to read the exact information there.
Okay.
Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Kathleen Monson, please come to the podium. Ignacio Metzger, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Kathleen Monson, 07/24/79.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. It was alleged that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing on your new case is downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You will also have an evidentiary hearing on December 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon to discuss whether or not you could be released, and that is because you are also on felony release.
Okay, so wait, what was the first, what are the two court dates?
So on your new case, it is December 1st and December 2nd. You'll have hearings both those days. You do have another matter here, and that is you're failing to appear to your status conference. So because you didn't go to your status conference on July 1st, and you were out on felony release when the new allegation happened, you're no longer eligible under statute to be released. So you have an attorney already in that case, and that hearing now is a new one scheduled on the same December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. They are in two different courtrooms. Let me just double check. Yes, they are in two different courtrooms. So they will make sure you get to both courtrooms. It will be similar to this where you wait your turn, and then you'll be going to another courtroom, one for the new case, one for your failure to appear case. And then the next day you have the evidentiary hearing about whether or not you can be released from there. So in your second, the failure to appear, it is a $500 bond, but don't pay it because you will not be released. You are not eligible. Do you understand? Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, ma'am. Ignacio Metzger, please come to the podium, and then Dwight Perkins, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ignacio Manuel Metzger, 92691.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. It alleges that you had a weapon and you're prohibited from having one. That's a Class 4 felony. Also, you had narcotic drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and that you had a weapon in the while a drug offense took place, which is a Class 4 felony. So this court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing in your new case is December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set for you in this matter at $5,000. please do not pay that bond because your other matter here is a probation violation warrant. So based on the fact that you had, this is a term 1 violation of your probation. You're not allowed to have any new alleged criminal activity while you're on probation. So in all reasonable possibility, you will receive a sentence of imprisonment on this matter. And so under Criminal Rules 27.6, 27.7, and 7.2c, you're not eligible for release due to that. So you'll get both sets of paperwork. You'll get your attorney's phone number on your paperwork. On this one, the probation revocation hearing will be December 1st at 8:30 downtown. That is the same day as your new case, but make sure you just show them you have 2 courtrooms you need to go to, and they'll see that too. So they'll take you to both sets of hearings, and then they'll determine release eligibility at that time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Dwight Perkins, please come to the podium. Christy Welch, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Dwight Perkins Jr., 1584.
January 5, 84?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed aggravated domestic violence, aggravated assault, that's a Class 6 felony, disobeying an order of the court, and assault with possible injury, those are misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause, and I think we need to reprint this. I'm going to appoint an attorney for him. I apologize. Let's see, here we go. Okay. So this court will appoint an attorney to assist you at your next hearing. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on December 1st. It is at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bond. It's a secured appearance bond of $25,000. That was the county's recommendation. This court did find it reasonable. Also, this court needs to make the finding that there were extraordinary circumstances pursuant to State v. Brown. With respect to the time of your initial appearance hearing today, you did go and receive medical treatment and then were released from medical treatment, and now you have been brought on the first available calendar in order to see a magistrate, which is what I am. So even though your time from arrest to when I'm seeing you right now was greater than 24 hours, there were extraordinary circumstances. So the bond is set at 25. If you're able to make that bond, you would have electronic monitoring, and you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. Yes, sir.
Again, I didn't put my hands on anybody. I was invited. I do understand the fact that...
So these are the merits of the case, right?
Right.
So you'll want to talk about that with your attorney,
okay,
and with the next judge.
As you see, I'm visibly been harmed, all in me trying to just cover myself and not do anything.
Okay.
I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling to try to pay my bills, and I got my son at home, and I cannot please be OR'd, and I still wear the moniker. I just need to be able to get to work and take care of my son and take care of my household. I do whatever I need to do. I just don't have the money, and I can't lose my job. I just got this new job.
I hear your argument, sir, but based on the law enforcement report and the state's recommendation, this is a reasonable bond. It is a secured appearance bond. Perhaps you can use a bail bondsman. I'm not sure.
And that's the thing. I don't have it. All I have is my rent money that I'm just now still trying to get together.
Right.
And I'm financially strapped and don't have it. Okay. I would do whatever, again, the ankle monitor, whatever. I don't have the money, and I'm going to lose my job.
Okay, and I do understand what you're saying, and it is very sad and unfortunate, but this recommendation from the state is very reasonable based on these allegations, so these will be the court's orders.
Is there anything else? Like, I don't have it, and I'm already injured. And again, for me not doing anything, just...
So you're discussing the merits of your case again, sir, and that would be best talked about with your attorney. and with the next judge,
And-
because the merits of the case, I have found probable cause based on what the law enforcement reported.
I was the one that was bleeding.
Okay, and again, you
busted
should not
open.
be discussing the merits of your case. You do
And-
have the right to remain silent.
And my son's birthday is December 1st also.
Okay. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir.
So I gotta stay in jail until,
You'll either pay your bond or you'll remain in custody. Yes,
until,
sir.
and that's what, Monday?
December, yeah. Okay, Miss Christy Welch, please come to the podium. J. Moore Maryboy, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Christy Welch, 1/17/84.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a new case alleging aggravated assault, which is a Class 3 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release today under a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you are able to pay that bond, you will be released with electronic monitoring. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. You may not reside at the same residence as the alleged victim. You may go back one time with an escort, so you need to call local law enforcement first, and then you can go and retrieve necessary items like your keys, medication, clothing you may need between now and that hearing date. But you're not allowed to reside there. If you are not able to pay the bond and you do remain in custody, the next judge may change all these orders. Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. J. Moore Maryboy, please come to the podium. Jasmine Fluker, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Jamar Maryboy, January 20, 1994.
Thank you, sir, and I apologize for mispronouncing your name.
Oh, that's fine.
You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed child or vulnerable adult abuse, which is a Class 2 felony. Aggravated driving under the influence with a passenger under 15, which is a Class 6 felony. And then driving under the influence alleged as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release today. It's with a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If you are able to make that bond, you will be released under pretrial services with random drug and alcohol testing between now and your next court date. You are not to have contact with the alleged victim, witness, or complainants. You're not to consume or possess any alcohol, and you are to follow any order of protection that may be issued against you. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to your hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Your attorney's phone number is also on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Jasmine Fluker, please come to the podium. Francisco Frere, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Jasmine Fluker, February 29th, 1996.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a new case. It is alleging that you committed aggravated assault with a dangerous weapon. This court did not find probable cause on that. Aggravated driving under the influence the wrong way, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause. Endangerment as a misdemeanor. This court did not find probable cause. Driving under the influence with drugs, vapors, or a combination as a misdemeanor. Yes, this court did find probable cause. Recklessly damaging property of a utility, which is alleged as a misdemeanor. This court did not find probable cause. So, just so that you understand how this works, the law enforcement report listed out what allegations you may be charged with, and then provided a narrative summary of the description of what happened. Mm-hmm. They may supplement that description or provide additional evidence, and prosecutors may charge those other things. Even though this court did not find probable cause, it still may come back up.
Thank you.
Okay. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release under a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If you're able to pay that bond, you would be released under pretrial services with random illegal drug and alcohol testing and monitoring. And there are standard release conditions, but of course the most important is do not possess or consume any alcohol between now and your next hearing. And the judge at the next hearing may change all these orders. Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Francisco Frere, please come to the podium. James Chavez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Francisco Flores, January 27th, 1966.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on an arrest warrant. It's called a direct complaint. So what happened is, I believe it was August of 2024, you were arrested for aggravated driving under the influence, which is a Class 4 felony, but then you were released. Now the state has filed charges against you. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing date will be December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It's a secured appearance bond of $500, and that is based on 4 prior failure to appears. So if you are released, pretrial services is ordered to test you randomly for illegal drug and alcohol use. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and you'll be transported to the hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. James Chavez, please come to the podium. Jesus Garcia Valenzuela, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
My name is James Chavez, 11-178.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed aggravated assault on a first responder, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did not find probable cause on that. Also, disorderly conduct in fighting alleged as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause on that. So, as I explained, I don't know if you heard me tell the lady that just because this court did not find probable cause on the law enforcement report doesn't mean the state might not supplement that with additional evidence or narrative, so they may still charge you with that aggravated assault at the next hearing, but as of right now, this court did not find probable cause. So your next hearing is December 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today on supervised release with an electronic monitoring device.
Yes, ma'am.
You are not to go back and have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. No weapons. No drugs without a prescription. Do not possess or consume any alcohol. You are ordered to find an alternative residence if this took place at your residence. Did this take place at your residence?
Ma'am, can I?
Don't talk about the merits of your case. We're just discussing your release conditions. So I believe it did happen at your residence, and so I have allowed one time you can go back with local law enforcement, an escorted visit to get your ID card, medication, clothing you may need between now and your next hearing, your vehicle keys, things like that. But you can't stay there and you can't have contact, okay? You do have your attorney's phone number. It is listed on your paperwork. You are being released today with a promise that you'll follow these court orders. Can you promise that?
Absolutely. I didn't do anything wrong in the first place. Did you see a video or something, or are you just taking the word?
We just get the report, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's all wrong. I didn't do anything.
So this would be something to discuss with your attorney.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is too bad.
Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Angel Escoto. Oh, wait. That's our last person that's in person, correct?
We have one more, Your Honor. Valenzuela.
Oh, thank you so much. Jesus Garcia Valenzuela, please come to the podium. Okay. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jesus Abner Garcia Valenzuela, July 1st, 1996.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on December 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You are being released today under pretrial supervision, and that will include random drug and alcohol testing. This will give you a chance to prove to the next court that you can remain sober. Make sure that you do not do any drugs without a valid prescription or consume or possess any alcohol between now and your next hearing date. The next judge may change these orders. Please be patient as you go through the out-processing facility. Okay, thank you. Please take your paperwork. And then we have two people we will be seeing as house calls. The first one is Angel Escoto, date of birth 10/11/1999. This is a new case alleging aggravated assault on a first responder as a Class 5 felony. This court did find probable cause, appointed an attorney, and his next hearing is December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. Still eligible for bond under a secured appearance bond of $2,500, and he does have conditions and restrictions of release I will point out to him. The next person is Jeffrey Martinez, date of birth 11/5/2005. It's a new case, also alleging aggravated assault, Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause, appointed an attorney, and their next hearing will be December 8th at 8:30 in the morning. This person is being released under supervised release with pretrial services, and they will be tested randomly for illegal drug and alcohol use. He does have many release conditions, including not to go back to the scene of the alleged crime or any contact with alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons. I will explain about the order of harassment. It is not my intention to return to this recording. If there are any changes, they will be reflected in the written orders. The 2 o'clock initial appearance calendar is in recess until 5 o'clock.
Oh, no, I'll be over. Should you be on our way?
All right.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. This is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for November 23rd, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what release conditions you may have, and what bond amount is set. You are all here on criminal matters. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. These hearings are being broadcast and recorded. If you have questions about your case, those would be best given to your attorney or talked about with the next judge who handles the merits of your case. There may be victims watching the recordings today, so I will read the victim rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. I'll now start calling you in one by one. The first person will come stand here in the middle of the room at the podium, and then I'll call a second person's name. Please have a seat in that chair right by the door. As I said before, there are release conditions if you are eligible for release. I will not read them all to you, but I may point out one or two. The very basic ones are: do not contact the arresting officer, do not drive without a valid license, keep your address updated with the court, and do not possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. Okay. Please also be advised, all the things that I'm going to say to you are written out on your documentation, and the next judge at the next hearing may change my orders once they've actually heard the merits of your case. Okay. We'll begin this evening with Reynaldo Espinosa. Please come to the podium. And then the next person will be Alyssa Hopper. Please have a seat by the door.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Please say your name and your date of birth.
Reynaldo Anthony Espinosa, 5993.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
You're here today on two things. The first one is a new case, and it was alleged that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. So this court did not find probable cause on the dangerous drugs, but did on the paraphernalia. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, December 1st at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
You do have a second hearing on the following day, December 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. That is an evidentiary hearing because you are not eligible for release today.
Okay.
Your other matter here before the court was a prior felony allegation. You did not go to, or excuse me, you had a prior felony allegation, and so because you're out on felony release and there is a new allegation of a felony under the rules, you're not eligible for release.
It's because,
So there's another matter, and the other matter is the grand jury matter. So let me finish through that, and then I'll
Okay.
answer your question. Your second matter is a grand jury warrant, and this grand jury warrant alleges that in July 2025 of this year, you had possession or use of narcotic drugs, which is a Class 4 felony. So the grand jury found probable cause and issued a warrant for your arrest. This court is going to appoint an attorney to assist you in that case, and your next hearing for that is a not guilty arraignment, also on December 2nd, 8:30 in the morning. The grand jury set your bond as a cash-only bond of $100, but don't pay that because you're not eligible for release.
okay, yeah, the warrant that was issued, I already took care of it with the bondsman, because it was supposed to be with that. They just posted it on the wrong date. So I bonded, yeah, so
You
I
actually have three matters, right?
yeah. So they all, yeah, so they, so what happened was the bondsman, when I got out, he said, hey, I want to let you know that these are going to come up, but make sure you tell the judge if something happens or call them. And I wasn't aware, but he did tell me that those matters have been taken care of.
And that would be okay for your like two old cases?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, sir, when you were arrested, they did find things on your person, and that's in the law enforcement report.
What the heck?
Yeah, and that is what resulted in a new charge, a new allegation of having drug paraphernalia on your person. So this is from the arrest of November 23rd. So that's just this morning at 9:03.
Yeah.
So when that new allegation occurred, that means you're not eligible for release. That's the rule.
Is there any way, my dad has stage 3 cancer.
I'm really sorry, but that is actually the rule. It's Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, 7.2C. You're not, excuse me, this one's 4.2, I'll read it to you, 4.2A7A. You are not eligible for release today, sir, because you were on felony release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Alyssa Hopper, please come to the podium, and then Juan Nava Gonzalez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Alyssa Joy Hopper, 42392.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. It was alleged that you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you at your next hearing, downtown Phoenix, on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You will also have a second hearing in this new case on December 2nd, 1:30 in the afternoon, and that is because you are not eligible for release. You were already out on felony release when these new allegations occurred. Your other matter here today is your failing to appear at your status conference on October 21st. And so an attorney has already been appointed in that case, and now your next hearing will be December 1st at 8:30 in the morning on that older case. There is a cash-only appearance bond that's going to appear on your paperwork, and it will say $2,500. But don't pay that bond, ma'am, because you will not be released because of the new charges. Do you understand? Okay, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Juan Nava Gonzalez, please come to the podium, and then Joel Burden, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Juan, and then 12/11/03.
Thank you. And can you please say your full name?
Juan Nava Gonzalez.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed 2 counts of threatening or intimidation, which is a Class 3 felony, as well as 1 count of obstruction or refusing to give your true name, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release. It is a secured appearance bond of $15,000. If you are able to pay that bond, you will have electronic monitoring, and that will include curfew restrictions. You are not to have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants, especially not with the alleged co-defendant. Do not possess any weapons. Do not have any drugs without a valid prescription or consume or possess any alcohol between now and your next hearing date. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to your hearing where the judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Joel Burden, please come to the podium. Devin Roberts, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Joel Burden, May 31st, 1979.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed one count of aggravated assault, which is a Class 5 felony, one count of disorderly conduct, which is a Class 5 felony, and then one count of threatening or intimidation, which is being alleged as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning, and you are still eligible for release. There is a cash-only appearance bond set at $150,000. That was the state's recommendation, and this court did find it reasonable as there is a high risk of non-appearance, new criminal activity, and non-compliance with release conditions. If you are able to pay the bond, your release conditions include: do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. If an order of harassment is issued against you, be sure to follow that. If you have any contact with the alleged victims for any reason, even while you're still incarcerated, that may be considered aggravated harassment. So please be aware of that. That is another Class 6 felony. If you are not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the next hearing. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Devin Roberts, please come to the podium. Ania Lacko, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Devin Roberts, 2590.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you committed one count of aggravated assault as a Class 2 felony. This court did not find probable cause on that. However, on the rest, the court did find probable cause. So that's one count, unlawful flight from law enforcement, which is a Class 5 felony, 9 counts of disorderly conduct alleged as misdemeanors, 1 count of endangerment alleged as a misdemeanor, 1 count criminal damage alleged as a misdemeanor, 1 count aggressive driving, 5 counts of reckless driving, and 1 count exceeding the posted speed. And then there is 1 additional count, and that is aggravated assault for domestic violence, which is a Class 2 felony. This court does find probable cause on those allegations and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release, and it would be under a secured appearance bond of $50,000. Your risk of non-appearance and new criminal activity is high, as well as increased risk of domestic violence lethality to the victim. So that is why the bond is set at that amount. The state recommended, just so you have an idea, of the same, $15,000 secured. So that is appropriate, or that was actually kind of low. So the court set it at $50,000. If you are able to make that, you will be released with electronic monitoring, and you do have no contact conditions. They are all listed out. I understand that is your residence, and so if you are able to make the bond, included in this order is 1 opportunity for you to go with law enforcement to retrieve personal items like medication, identification, car keys, things that you need, clothing for the next hearing. But you do need to be escorted by local law enforcement, so you have to arrange that in advance. Don't just show up.
I have a question. So I'm not allowed to go back to my own residence?
That's correct, sir.
Why is that?
Based on the law enforcement allegations, this was a domestic violence incident. And so from now until your next hearing, which is December 1st, you are not to return to the alleged crime scene unless you are escorted by law enforcement.
I haven't been charged with a domestic at all. I don't see why they charge me with a domestic.
Actually, those are one of the allegations. That's what I just read off to you. It's called a scratch ad. They took off the aggravated assault that was on there and added the one with domestic violence.
So who is the domestic violence on? I didn't have no physical fight with nobody to have a domestic violence.
So there are multiple victims in this case, and let me pull it up for you so that you are aware and so that you do comply with the court's orders. Okay, so it looks like the victim in this case is the person that you live with, that you have a 1-year-old son with.
Excuse me, I have no kids with that lady at all whatsoever.
All right, so then it's just her child. So the victim stated on the phone, and she talks about the assault incident. This is information that you can get through your attorney, the actual law enforcement report. But it was the person that you allegedly struck on the head multiple times with the phone after a verbal and physical altercation. So that's the information I'm going to provide to you today. You can get more from your attorney once you contact them and at the hearing.
Okay, quick question. So the domestic was due to who?
I don't have the person's name. I just have their victim status. So the allegations include you striking them as well as the verbal altercation.
Okay, now I have a question. Now,
No more questions.
I'm talking about. I live there. No. I'm new to the state of Arizona, and I actually resigned there. And I'm asking, like, why is they hindering me from going back to my property that I own?
From what I see, this person also resides there, and so you may not.
No one lives there. I live alone.
Okay. You can contact your attorney and work this through with them and the next judge.
Understood. I'm just asking questions.
And Maya Lako, please come to the podium. After that will be Patrick Morales. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Maya Lako, April 7, 1990.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It's alleged that you committed 1 count of narcotic drug possession for sale, which is a Class 2 felony. 2 counts, dangerous drugs possession for sale, which is a Class 2 felony. 1 count drug paraphernalia in your possession, that's a Class 6 felony. 1 count carrying a weapon within the commission of a felony crime, that's a Class 6 felony. 2 counts of prescription drug possession alleged as a misdemeanor. And 1 count carrying a deadly weapon and failing to admit that is also alleged as a misdemeanor. Based on a law enforcement report, this court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is a cash-only appearance bond of $25,000. If you are able to pay that bond, you will be released with electronic monitoring and you will have a curfew. If you cannot pay the bond, you will remain in custody, and then you'll be transported to your hearing on December 1st, and the next judge may change these orders. Okay, 1 question, sir.
Is there any way that bond could be a lot less than that? Like, that was nothing that I actually intended for sale. I was just bought because I've been having a 2 weeks really bad.
So we don't want to discuss the merits of your case. The things that I consider when I consider release conditions are you going to show up to your hearing? Are you a danger to the community?
Yes, I would, yes.
And are you a danger to the community?
I am not a danger to the community.
With that amount of alleged substances in your vehicle and weapons found on you, this is a very reasonable bond. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Patrick Morales, please come to the podium. Christy Sanchez, have a seat by the door.
Good morning. Patrick Morales, 10494.
Thank you, sir. Okay. You're here today on a new case alleging resisting arrest with physical injury. That's a Class 6 felony, as well as assault being alleged as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for bond. It is a secured appearance bond of $15,000. If you are able to pay that bond, you will be released under pretrial services with electronic monitoring, and you may not leave your home except for the hours approved by pretrial services. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. No weapons, drugs, alcohol. If an order of protection is issued, you must follow that. It is a court order. You may not reside at the same location as any of the alleged victims, even if you're the renter or the owner. And so this court has included one order for you that if you are able to pay the bond, you may return one time with a law enforcement escort. So call law enforcement first, then go to pick up necessary items like clothing, medications, identification, your car keys, those type of things. Okay. If you violate this, it would be considered a violation of a court order. You do have children in common, and so because of that, in order to not restrict your parent time, you may go through a third party so that you can still see your kids. You just can't have contact with the victim. Okay. So that's also a court order. Okay. If you're not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to your hearing. Again, that date is December 1st, so it's coming pretty quick. And then the next judge may change all of these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Christy Sanchez, please come to the podium. Cartencia George, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Christy Sanchez, 10/7/1984.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case alleging one count of aggravated driving under the influence, which is a Class 4 felony, one count of liquor possession and open container, which is a misdemeanor, and one count of obstructing the highway, also alleged as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning, and you are still eligible for bond. It would be a secured appearance bond at $5,000. If you're able to pay that bond, you'd be released under pretrial services, and they would require you to test randomly for illegal drug and alcohol use, and this would give you a chance to show the next court that you can remain sober. But that would be a requirement. If you're not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the next hearing, and then the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Cartencia George, please come to the podium. Robert Jakes, have a seat by the door. Right here in the center, ma'am. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Cartencia George, 10/16/97.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case alleging one count aggravated driving under the influence, which is a Class 4 felony, one count criminal damage, which is a Class 5 felony, two counts of aggravated assault, which is a Class 6 felony, one count resisting arrest passively, and three counts of assault or touching to injure, which are alleged as misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release, and it is a secured appearance bond of $15,000. If you are able to pay that bond, you'll be released under pretrial services with alcohol testing, drug testing, and electronic monitoring. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. I believe that might have been your residence, and so the court has included one order that if you are able to pay the bond, you may go back one time with local law enforcement. They can escort you so you can get your identification, medication, and clothing for your hearing. Don't go by yourself. That would be a violation of the court's orders. If you cannot pay the bond, you will remain in custody and you will be transported to your next hearing, and the judge there may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Robert Jakes, please come to the podium. Alisa Earhart, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Robert Jakes, August 17, 1987.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a bench warrant. It says that you failed to appear at your status conference on November 7th. So you already have an attorney in this case. Now you have a new hearing on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning downtown. You do have eligible to be released. It's a cash-only appearance bond of $2,000. If you're able to pay that bond, you do have the same release conditions that you had before. If you're not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing. The next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Elisa Earhart, please come to the podium. And then Starlin Vaughn, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Elisa Earhart, 4/18/79.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a new municipal court case. It is alleged that you committed disorderly conduct, threatening and intimidation, and assault. These are all alleged as misdemeanors. This court did appoint an attorney for you because these may be domestic violence issues, and so an attorney has been appointed to assist you at the Surprise Municipal Court, and that will be on December 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. And you are eligible for release under a secured appearance bond of $500. You do have conditions of release. Do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. No weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. I understand that may be your residence, and so this court has included a return. So you may go one time with local law enforcement. It's called a civil standby, but you must contact law enforcement first. They can escort you there so you can get medication, identification, clothing for yourself between now and your next hearing. If you're not able to pay the bond, you will remain in custody and be transported to the hearing. Please take your paperwork.
Is there any way I could get that $500 dropped? There's no way I can afford that right now.
Okay.
And I start a new
this is
job
not-
tomorrow.
Okay, this is not your first time for the domestic violence allegations, according to the law enforcement report, and that is why there is a bond set for you today.
There's nothing I can do.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, please take your paperwork and have it. I will need to hold for 1 minute. I do need to call a warrant. Okay. All right, Ms. Starlin Vaughn, please come to the podium. After that will be Jeffrey Forshee. Have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Starlin Vaughn, 5/13/96.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new justice court case. It was alleged that you committed 1 count failing to show your driver's license, 1 count resisting arrest passively, 1 count driving under the influence, 1 count driving under the influence of alcohol with .08 or more, 1 count open container in your vehicle, and 1 count of exceeding the posted speed limit by more than 20 miles per hour. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is at the Santan Justice Court November 26th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. There is a secured appearance bond set for you at $500, and that's because you have previously been convicted of a 2022 excessive speed conviction. So this court does find that you are a danger to the community, and that is why bond is being set.
Okay.
If you are able to pay the bond, make sure you go to your hearing at the Santan Justice Court, or they will issue a warrant for you for failing to appear.
Okay.
If you're not able to pay the bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported there.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Thanks.
Jeffrey Forshee, please come to the podium, and then Noah Ventura, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
My name is Jeffrey Forshee, and my date of birth, I keep it as December 30th, 1991.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It looks like they are alleging you had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, and that will be on December 8th, and that's at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today under supervised release, so please just be patient as you are processed out, and make sure to check in with pretrial services since they'll be supervising you while you wait for your hearing date. Okay, please take your paperwork. Noah Ventura, please come to the podium, and then Darius Andrew, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Noah Ventura, August 19th, 97.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new justice court case alleging disorderly conduct and assault with injury. Those are both being alleged as misdemeanor. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you because this is domestic violence in nature. There is a hearing for you in Santan Justice Court December 9th at 9 a.m. You're going to be released today under the supervision of your probation officer.
Thank God.
You are not to possess any weapons, drugs, no alcohol. It's the same conditions as your regular probation,
Yes.
including, though, if an order of protection is issued against you or an order of harassment is issued against you, you must follow those.
Understood.
Okay, so this court has not put in place that you may not return or have any contact, because I do understand based on the law enforcement report, this may have just been a verbal altercation that was reported by another party. And so just if the alleged victim asks for an order of protection, make sure you follow that.
Absolutely.
And I know you understand how those work.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so your other matter, of course, is a probation violation warrant. Anytime there's a new allegation of violation of probation, so any new allegation of criminal activity results in a term 1 violation of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing will also be December 1st, or excuse me, it will be December 1st at 8:30 in the morning, so that's sooner. You are still being released under your probation officer's supervision. I understand that you have been attending pathway counseling. I encourage you to continue on that direction. Keep doing well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
So make sure that you check in with your probation officer when you are released from here today. They're going to want to know what happened.
He knows I called him when...
But when you're released, that's one of the orders and conditions. You have to call them again on your release. And then make sure you follow up and get to both of those hearings.
Okay, and you said it was the 1st and the 9th, right?
I believe so. It is on your paperwork. They are different places. The 9th is in Santan Justice Court.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's it. Darius Andrew, please come to the podium. And then after that will be Jamie Meadows. Please say your name and date of birth.
Darius Andrew, date of birth 10/105.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging discharging a firearm within the city's limit, which is a Class 6 felony. Also, disorderly conduct with a weapon, which is a Class 6 felony, and then carrying a deadly weapon while being under 21 years old, that is alleged as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix, and that will be on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release today. It is a secured appearance bond of $1,000 with pretrial services supervision. You are not to have any contact with the co-defendant between now and your next hearing date. The next judge may change these orders, but for you right now, there's no contact between you and the other person. And the reason why your bond is so much lower than the other person, even though you did discharge that possibly, allegedly, firearm in the city limit, is your cooperation. So because you were cooperative with law enforcement and you did not run away, you are getting less bond because you're less flight risk. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so make sure you go to your hearing or they will issue a warrant for your arrest. All right, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Jamie Meadows, please come to the podium. Sorry that you had to be last.
It's okay, good evening.
But we also have to say a lot more things to each other. So please, let's start with your name and date of birth.
My name is Jamie Meadows. It's 11/30/1990.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today as a fugitive of justice. So Colorado has issued a warrant for your arrest and they want you back. Were you given a placard to read prior to the
Yes,
hearing?
ma'am, I have been.
Okay, good. So you have a decision to make at this time. You can either demand that you have an extradition hearing. This is a civil hearing where you can hire your own attorney to represent you, and that would be set on December 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And at that hearing, they would decide whether or not a governor's warrant should be issued for you. A governor's warrant gives both states, Arizona and Colorado, up to 90 days for the governors of those states to sign that warrant.
Okay.
So you would kind of be in limbo for those 90 days. The other thing you can do is you can waive that extradition hearing and say, I'm ready for Colorado to come and pick me up. And what would happen is, as long as you don't have any Arizona cases pending, you would stay in custody with Maricopa County for 30 days beginning tomorrow. So the 30 days would start tomorrow. And Colorado would have that time to come and pick you up. And if at the end of those 30 days they do not come to pick you up, you would be released. So your choice is, you can ask for the extradition hearing. I would set the bond. It would be $20,000 secured appearance bond, and your hearing would be on the 1st. You can hire your own attorney, and they would decide whether a governor's warrant is issued. Or you can waive that hearing and remain in custody for 30 days to allow Colorado to come and get you.
Okay, so I have a question. We already posted my bond.
Which bond?
The $5,000 bond.
For what?
For, it was, I guess, the failure to appear. It was like a $5,000 bond.
Was that in Colorado?
No, it was actually out here.
Was that for an Arizona case?
No, it was for this case. It said it was a $5,000 bond, and even he has the paperwork, and they said that I have court on July 23rd in Colorado. And they did it maybe an hour and a half ago.
Okay, so that is not the information that I have.
Because when I went up for the first fingerprint, they told me that my bond would be $5,000. And then when they went to the Bells bombing or found a Bells bombing, they told them that it would be $5,000 as well.
So that's not what the warrant says. The warrant that I have in front of me says that's one of the counts, is that your alleged credit card theft was $5,000, but not that that's what the bond was. So that's really unfortunate that somebody had you pay bond before you come to see me, because I'm the one who sets the bond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that I don't know why they would have you pay bond for something before it's even set.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have the paperwork with you?
No, I don't have the paperwork because I've been in custody, but when you first come in and they do the first set of prints, and then even when I got arrested and went to the sheriff's department, they told me there that my bond would be was $5,000. Yeah. And so they were like, this is the charges and everything, and so. And
you're sure they're not Arizona charges?
No, I don't have anything in Arizona. Okay. I don't have any charges. And the sheriff in Avondale was showing me, and she was like, it's $5,000 is what the bond is. And then when I came here and they did the first set of fingerprints on the paper, he showed me, and I was like, do I have a bond? And he said, yeah, it's $5,000. So then they end up calling the Bells bombing, and they said that it was a bond for $5,000.
Do you have anything in your system that shows a $5,000 bond?
I'm with you right now, Judge.
Because that's not in mine. That would be good information for me to get too. So, yeah.
I just have 6 children, so I'm trying to get to them as soon as possible. I don't know what's going on with the Colorado case, but I'm trying to get there immediately. I've been out here for 10 years, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I haven't received any trouble. I haven't been in trouble out here. I haven't done anything out here. I came out here.
And remember, this is being recorded as well as broadcast, and I know everything you're saying right now is good for you, but just in case, you might not want to talk about your cases.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Do you see anything that shows?
Whatever you see, I see.
Okay.
Judge, I'm not showing any bond has been posted.
And you don't show any bond having been posted yet either? Okay. All right. So unfortunately, I can't verify what you're saying. I'm not saying what you're saying is not true. It might be completely true, but I don't see it in my system when I look at the warrant. And I just asked, and they're looking to see if anything had been paid, and they're not saying that they see it either. So we're definitely not going to waive your right to the hearing. We're going to set it. My inclination was to set your bond at $20,000 because, and it would have been a secured appearance bond, because of the number of allegations in the warrant. Let me just look and see. Can you pull up the criminal history? Mine's just spinning in a circle. Okay. What would that mean? It goes to the top right here. That's what I really want to know. How likely the FTE. You're here? Okay, good. Love it. All right. Okay. Team effort here. All right. So I can't verify that you already paid your $5,000 bond, but seeing that you have 0 failures to appear and no criminal history here in Arizona, I am fine with that. So I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $5,000.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hopefully it has been taken care of, but I don't know.
I was literally called before, and I was on the phone with the Bells Bauman and my best friend, and they said that I have a court appearance on January 23rd, and he was setting everything right then and there.
Okay. So what I've done now is I have, let's see, let me sign it. Okay. So what I've done is I said you have not waived your right.
Okay.
And I set a hearing in Superior Court for December 1st.
Okay.
For your extradition hearing.
Okay.
That's a civil hearing, so I can't appoint an attorney for you, but you can hire one or represent yourself.
Okay.
At that hearing, they're going to talk about it and decide whether or not a governor's warrant should be issued. But if you can show up with official documents and paperwork about what you just said, that will be helpful, right?
Okay.
To let everybody know what's going on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have set the secured appearance bond at $5,000. I have not set any release conditions because you just need to go to that civil hearing.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay. And that doesn't make me eligible to be released today?
Right, as long as they can find where that bond got paid.
He literally, I don't know if they're on the way, how it works or anything, but literally I talked to them myself, and he was saying that they were taking care of it right now.
So it might just be a matter of the system updating, so please have patience, but it is set now for a $5,000 bond.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Thank you. Darby, this way.
At this time, this was the last matter for the 5 p.m. initial appearance court, so we are going to be in recess until 8 p.m.
If they're talking about the one guy, yeah, I'm not printing him yet because the county attorney is, they're gonna talk now. Okay. So he doesn't have it yet, but I know we were talking about it. Sounds good, thank you. Hi there, do you handle legal matters? Okay, I'll do that. 1 moment. Okay, so we are ready. I have an interpreter for the language.
It'll be just a moment.
Okay, thank you. I feel the reading too. Is it probably the hallway? Yeah.
And she's on her way.
Okay, thank you. So much you can hear.
No.
All right.
Please be seated. There is an interpreter on the line, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Commissioner Gentry, and for the interpreter, I need to ask if you will swear or affirm that you will directly translate my words from from English into Spanish, and the defendant's words from Spanish into English exactly as we say them.
Yeah, I swear.
Okay. We do have a small introduction. If you could also please translate that.
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Commissioner Gentry.
Soy la comisionada Gentry.
This is the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar for November 23rd, 2025.
Esta es la aparición inicial a las 8 p.m., fecha de calendario 23 de noviembre de 2025.
The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of November shall apply to all matters on this calendar.
La Corte ordena tomar muestras de ADN y también las huellas dactilares que fueron dadas el primer día de calendario de noviembre y será aplicado para todas las materias de este calendario.
This is a very specific hearing.
Esta es una audiencia muy específica.
I will tell you why you are here and if an attorney has been appointed to assist you.
Le voy a decir por qué usted está aquí y si un abogado ha sido solicitado para ayudarle.
I will tell you when and where your next court hearings will be.
Le voy a decir cuándo y dónde serán sus siguientes audiencias de corte.
If you are eligible for bond, I will explain your release conditions and your bond amount.
Si usted es elegible para fianza, le voy a explicar cuáles son sus condiciones de liberación y su cantidad de fianza.
These hearings are being recorded and broadcast.
Estas audiencias están siendo grabadas y transmitidas.
You have the right to remain silent because anything you say may be held against you.
Usted tiene el derecho de mantener silencio, puesto que todo lo que diga puede ser usado en su contra.
I will only ask you for your name and for your date of birth.
Solo le voy a pedir su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento.
Because there may be victims watching the live feed, I am going to read the victim's rights advisement.
Debido a que pueda que hayan víctimas viendo la transmisión en vivo, entonces voy a leer lo que sería los derechos de las víctimas.
If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court,
Si usted es la víctima de un crimen con un caso pendiente antes de esta corte,
you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law.
está avisado que usted tiene derechos bajo la ley de Arizona.
That among others include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity.
Esos, entre otros, incluyen el derecho de ser tratado con justicia, respeto y dignidad.
To a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney.
A un juicio rápido, al estar presente frente a los procedimientos de corte, a escoger si sí o si no ser entrevistado por la defensa o por el abogado de la defensa.
To be heard before the court makes a decision.
A ser escuchado antes de que la corte tome una decisión.
On release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing.
Y también en liberación, negociación de dictamen y también en agendamiento y en sentencia.
And to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss.
Y en recibir restitución de una persona que ha sido condenada por la causa de su pérdida.
If you have not already been provided with a written statement of victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the prosecutor's office.
Si no ha recibido todavía una copia escrita de lo que son los derechos de las víctimas, entonces por favor contacte a la oficina de división de servicios de víctimas de la Fiscalía.
We'll now begin the hearings. I will call you in one at a time. Please stand in the middle of the room at the podium.
Ahora vamos a comenzar la audiencia. Les llamaré uno a la vez. Por favor, permanecer parados en medio de la sala en el podio.
Luis Garcia, please come to the podium.
Luis García, por favor, acercarse al podio.
Abel Mendoza Castro, please have a seat by the door.
Abel Mendoza Castro, por favor, tomar asiento cerca de la puerta.
Okay. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Luis García,
Por favor, diga
12-3.
Go ahead for the translator.
Luis García, 12-3.
Okay. And your birth year, please.
1983.
1963.
83.
1983. Apologize.
Thank you. Counsel for the state, will you please announce?
Por favor. Consejo para el Estado, por favor, anúnciese.
Good evening, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you. You are here on a new case. It was alleged that you committed one count of attempted murder in the second degree, which is a Class 2 felony.
Usted está aquí por un caso nuevo. Se alega de que ha cometido un intento de asesinato en segundo caso, que es un delito grave de clase 2.
One count aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is a Class 3 felony.
También tiene caso por agresión agravada con una arma mortal, que es un delito grave de clase 3.
One count narcotic drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony.
También tiene un cargo por posesión de drogas, y que ese también es un delito grave clase 4.
One count possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense, which is a Class 4 felony.
Un cargo por posesión o por uso de un arma en un crimen de drogas, que es delito grave clase 4.
One count discharging a firearm within the city limits, which is a Class 6 felony.
Un cargo por el uso, por la descarga de un arma de fuego dentro de los límites de la ciudad, que es un delito grave.
One count disorderly conduct with a weapon, which is a Class 6 felony.
También un cargo por conducta desordenada con un arma, que es un delito grave clase 6.
And last, one count having drug paraphernalia in your possession, which is a Class 6 felony.
Y también un cargo por tener parafernalia de drogas, que es un delito grave clase 6.
This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you.
Esta corte tiene causa probable y le ha puesto a un abogado para ayudarle.
Okay. From the state, this court did review your release conditions request and has affirmed them. Would you like to make any additional argument?
De parte del Estado, esta corte revisó las condiciones de su solicitud de liberación y las ha afirmado. ¿Le gustaría agregar algún argumento adicional?
Yes, Your Honor, very quickly.
No.
Is the translator, sorry.
No, go ahead. Will the translator please also translate the state's words from English into Spanish?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was not able to hear if anyone talked.
Okay, please start again, Ms. Stetson.
Yes, Your Honor, very quickly.
Sí, su señoría, bastante rápido.
In addition to the information provided in the Form 4 as well as the addendum,
En adición a la información que ha sido proveída en el formulario y también en el apéndice,
the state had an opportunity to speak with the case agent.
el Estado tuvo oportunidad de hablar con el agente de caso.
The case agent informed the state that he did speak to the hospital where the victim is.
El agente del caso informó de que el Estado pudo hablar con el hospital donde está la víctima.
Victim is currently in ICU.
La víctima actualmente está en la unidad de cuidados intensivos.
He's currently sedated and on a breathing machine.
Actualmente él está sedado y en un ventilador para respirar.
Additionally, his blood pressure cannot be maintained on its own.
Adicionalmente, su presión sanguínea no puede ser mantenida por su propia cuenta.
That he is on a blood pressure machine that is maintaining it.
Por tanto, está en una máquina para su presión sanguínea que pueda mantenerle.
The case agent specifically asked the victim's nurse
El agente de caso específicamente le ha preguntado a la enfermera de la víctima
if without the blood pressure machine would the victim die, and the nurse said yes.
si la víctima moriría en caso de no tener esa máquina para la presión sanguínea, y la enfermera dijo que sí.
Therefore, the state is asking for $750,000 cash only bond.
Por lo tanto, el Estado está pidiendo una fianza de $750,000 solo en efectivo.
In addition to standard conditions, the state is asking for electronic monitoring and the suspect to surrender any passports he has prior to release.
En adición a las condiciones estándar, el Estado está solicitando entonces monitoreo electrónico y que el sospechoso se rinda a su pasaporte portuario que tiene antes de su liberación.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gracias, su señoría.
Okay. These are the court's orders.
Estas son las órdenes de la Corte.
Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning.
Su siguiente audiencia será en el centro de Phoenix el 1 de diciembre a las 8:30 de la mañana.
You are eligible for release. It will be a cash-only appearance bond of $750,000.
Usted es elegible a ser liberado. Será una fianza de aparición solo en efectivo de $750,000.
If you are able to pay that bond, you will be restricted with electronic monitoring to your home.
Si usted puede pagar esa fianza, entonces será restringido con monitoreo electrónico a su hogar.
You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contacts with the alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants.
Usted no puede regresar a la escena del presunto crimen, ni puede tener contacto con la presunta víctima, testigos o quejantes.
If you are able to pay the bond, you must surrender any passports or identification that would allow you to leave the country at your next hearing.
Si usted puede pagar la fianza, entonces debe rendir cualquier pasaporte o identificación que le permita dejar el país para su siguiente audiencia.
There are additional release conditions. You should review them carefully so you don't accidentally violate them.
Hay condiciones de liberación adicionales. Usted debe de revisarlas cuidadosamente para que no vaya a violarlas accidentalmente.
If you are not able to post the bond, you will be transported to your hearing and the next judge may change these orders.
Si no puede pagar la fianza, entonces será transportado a su siguiente audiencia y el siguiente juez pueda que cambie estas órdenes.
Okay. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Por favor, tome su papeleo y tome asiento.
Okay. All right, and Ms. Stetson, you're not appearing on any other matters, I believe, so you may be
No.
excused if you...
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Abel Mendoza Castro, please come to the podium.
Señora Abel Mendoza Castro, por favor, acérquese al podio.
Please wait for the translator to finish speaking before you answer.
Por favor, permita que el traductor termine de hablar antes de que comience a contestar.
Please say your name and your date of birth.
Por favor, diga su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento.
Abel Mendoza Castro, febrero 17 de 1994.
Abel Mendoza Castro, February 17, 1994.
Thank you. You are here today on an out-of-county warrant.
Gracias. ¿Usted está aquí el día de hoy por una orden judicial fuera del condado?
Yuma County issued a warrant for your arrest based on a probation violation.
El condado de Yuma gestionó una orden para su arresto en base a violación de libertad condicional.
An attorney will be appointed for you at your next hearing.
Un abogado será citado para usted en su siguiente audiencia.
Your next hearing is on November 26th at 8:30 in the morning at Yuma County Superior Court.
Su siguiente audiencia es el 26 de noviembre a las 8:30 de la mañana en la Corte Superior del Condado de Yuma.
Because this is a probation violation and Yuma requested no bond, you are not eligible for release today.
Debido a que esta es una violación de su libertad condicional y Yuma ha solicitado que no haya fianza, usted no es elegible a ser liberado hoy.
You will be transported to the Yuma hearing, and the judge there may change these orders.
Usted será transportado entonces a la audiencia de Yuma y el juez ahí pueda que cambie estas órdenes.
Okay. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Por favor, tome su papeleo y tome asiento.
Okay. For the interpreter, that was our last Spanish matter. Thank you very much for being present today and assisting the court.
Anytime. Have a good one.
Mr. Keenan Bacan, please come to the podium, and Chad Miller, have a seat in the chair by the door. So Mr. Keenan Bacan, looks like he's wearing a zip up. Yeah, that gentleman right there. Come on in. And I might be saying his name wrong. Bacon? Is it?
I tried holding, he didn't respond.
Okay. All right. Good evening, sir. Come right here to the center. I apologize for the delay. It just does take time sometimes. Stand right here, sir. Stand right here. And then if you'll just look at me, please say your name and date of birth.
Keenan Lee Balkin, 4/21/1988.
Thank you, sir. You're here because you failed to go to your sentencing hearing. You have an attorney in that case already. Your next hearing will be December 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release today. It is with a cash-only appearance bond of $2,500. If you are able to pay that bond, make sure you go to your sentencing hearing that has now been rescheduled for you. If you are not able to pay the bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported there. Please take your paperwork and have a seat.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Chad Miller, please come to the podium. And then Franz Inez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Chad Miller, 8/30/86.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case alleging aggravated assault, which is a Class 6 felony, resisting arrest with physical force, which is a Class 6 felony, and shoplifting, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to assist you. It's my understanding that you were arrested more than 24 hours ago, and so this court is going to find extraordinary circumstances pursuant to State v. Brown in regards to the time of your initial appearance hearing. You did require medical attention, and that was provided to you before you were brought back to the ITR, and now you are here having this hearing. Your next hearing will be at the Superior Court downtown on December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. In your new case, you are eligible for release. It's with a secured appearance bond of $500. If you're able to make that bond, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainant. You are on probation, so contact your probation officer within 72 hours and follow the normal terms of your probation. Your other matter here today is your probation violation warrant. So whenever there's new alleged criminal activity, that is a Term 1 violation of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing will be December 1st at 8:30 in the morning. And there is a secured appearance bond set at $50 as a placeholder to make sure that you are transported to that hearing if you do not pay the bond in your other case. The same release conditions apply. Please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Franzi Nez, please come to the podium, and Odavian Duty, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Franz Inez, May 24th, 2002.
Thank you. You're here today because you failed to go to your status conference on November 20th, so a warrant was issued for your arrest. You already have an attorney in that case, but now you have a new hearing date, and that is December 1st, downtown Phoenix at 8:30 in the morning. You're still eligible for release, but now it will be a secured appearance bond of $500.
Okay, the reason why I missed my court date is because I was in the hospital.
Were you able to contact your attorney and ask them to submit a motion to quash?
No, I did not.
Okay, so this is still a valid warrant then. You'd need to talk with your attorney and the next hearing officer, the next commissioner or judge, about those reasons. But as of right now, this is a valid warrant for failing to appear.
Okay, even though I was in a hospital?
Yes, sir. If you have a reason why you couldn't go, then it's your responsibility to tell your attorney, and they would put in a motion so that the court would not issue a warrant for you or would quash that warrant.
Okay, the hospital I was at is UPC.
So I can't check that for you right now. That would be something you'd work with your attorney on.
Okay, so how do I do that?
Do you still have your attorney's phone number?
No, I don't.
Okay. Let me see who you've been assigned.
Because the facility I was at is a psychiatric center, and that's where I was. And I was discharged yesterday.
So you are assigned with the Maricopa County Public Defender's Office. And I'll give you their phone number. And you'll need to talk with your attorney about your specific situation. But right now, what we have is a valid warrant, and nothing saying otherwise.
Okay.
Okay. So I did write down their phone number for you. Okay, even better. She's going to give you the official paperwork that has their information on it as well. So
can I call them while I'm here and then get this resolved? Or is that possible?
Most likely it will require a motion to the court from the attorney, and then the judge will set that for a hearing. So most likely, unless you can pay your $500 on the warrant, you will remain in custody until your hearing, because your hearing is set for December 1st. So I'm not sure if getting your warrant quashed would be any faster. You might just go to that hearing.
Okay.
Okay. All right, please take your paperwork and have a seat. Thank you, sir. Davian Duty, please come to the podium. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Davian Duty, 09-2204.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new municipal court case. There's two allegations. One is disorderly conduct fighting, and the other one is criminal damage. They've both been alleged as misdemeanors. This court did not find probable cause for the criminal damage because you were a co-owner of the television set. So criminal damage is when you break something from someone else.
Oh, okay.
So this is a domestic violence case. However, this court does not find that you are indigent, so you could hire an attorney for yourself, or you can represent yourself. Your next hearing is at Peoria Municipal Court on December 9th at 9 a.m. Okay, so I understand that is your residence, and it was called in by your neighbors, not you or the victim.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I have two options for you now. Based on law enforcement report, and because there is a victim, it is standard that I would put in the no contact order. So no contact with the alleged victim, witness, complainant, also for you not to return to that residence because there is a victim there. That would last until your hearing, 12/9 of, the 9th of December. That's if I release you on your promise to go to your hearing. If I set bond for you today, and I can set it at $50, your hearing would be on November 25th, and you might be able to get this resolved sooner because the next judge at the Peoria Municipal Court could change these orders depending on what you and the victim say and what goes on there.
Okay.
Would you like me to set a $50 bond, or do you just want to go today and have no victim contact, do not return to the residence until December 9th?
But if I were to set that bond, I'd be able to go back home tonight.
No.
It'd just make the process faster.
Yes, you would have a hearing on November 25th instead of a hearing on December 9th.
But I'd still be released today.
Correct? No. If you pay the $50 bond, you would be released today. You could not go home
But okay. I
But
follow
you could get it resolved with the judge at Peoria on November 25th.
And if not paying a bond, I'd stay here and
You'd
wait.
still leave, I'm gonna let you go,
Okay.
but
I
your
just have no
hearing
contact.
won't be until December
Oh,
9th.
okay. And no contact, okay.
Yeah,
When does the $50 have to be paid?
so you would go out into the detention facility, and if you had any cash or money on you when you came in, you could work with them to get that done, or you could use a bail bondsman, or you can call someone not the victim to post bond on your behalf.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll do the $50.
Okay.
And today's the 23rd?
Yes, sir. Today is the 23rd, so that means in 2 days you would have court. Okay. So now your hearing at Peoria Municipal Court is going to be November 25th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And you do have to pay the $50 bond in order to get out, and you're not to have any contact with the victim, witnesses, or complainant, the person who called. And I do understand you may have children together.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are allowed to have contact with your children, but it would have to be through a third party, not the victim.
So somebody has to drop my son off to me?
Not the victim. But this is all the orders of the court until November 25th, and at that time, the next judge can change these orders at the Peoria Municipal Court. So that's in 2 days.
Okay.
Okay. So that's getting printed out now. If you'd like to have a seat, we'll bring you the paperwork in just a minute.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right. We have 2 people that we're going to see as house calls, and I'll just read those into the record. The first one is Atreyu Etsidi, date of birth 12/4/2004. It's a new case alleging aggravated assault, class 4 felony, resisting arrest, class 6 felony, and criminal trespass. This court did find probable cause, appointed an attorney, and their next hearing is December 1st at 8:30 downtown Phoenix. They do have security appearance bond available at $500 with PSA supervision if they are released. The next person is Jennifer Grill, date of birth 8/5/1975, and this person has bizarre behavior. The prior person, Mr. Etsy, was combative. So this person, Jennifer Grill, has a new municipal court case. It's alleging assault and disorderly conduct, both alleged as misdemeanors. However, as a domestic violence case, this individual will have an attorney appointed for them at the Goodyear Municipal Court on December 10th at 1 p.m. They do have no contact orders and conditions of release, but they will be released today on their promise to go to that hearing and follow the conditions and restrictions of release, including no contact with the alleged victim under any circumstances, or it may be considered aggravated harassment, which is a class 6 felony. So I will warn her about that. If there are any changes to these 2 orders, they will be reflected on the written order. It is not my intention to return to this recording, and so the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar is in recess until 11 p.m.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 11 p.m. calendar on November 23rd, 2025. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders will be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded. So please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates and different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or you don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. Also, when it comes to your release conditions, when I see you in court, I'm going to be telling you about some of those release conditions, not every single one. For a full listing of your release conditions, please look to your paperwork. Here's how tonight's going to work. I'm going to call two names. First time I call is going to come in the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second time I call is going to sit in that chair next to the door. Then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. I'm sorry, I have to call a couple warrants. Could I please get Tyrone Chili to the podium? Andy Lepe to the chair, please. Could I please get appearances starting with the state?
Good evening, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Sir, could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Tyrone Chili, 2997.
Is it Tyrone D. Chili?
Yeah, Tyrone D. Chili,
All right, your date of birth again, please?
2997.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 2 counts of murder in the first degree, Class 1 felony, 2 counts of aggravated assault, Class 2 felonies, 1 count of aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony, 2 counts of endangerment, Class 6 felonies. These were alleged to have occurred on or about November 22nd, 2025. I am finding probable cause as to all charges, and I am assigning counsel. Your next court dates are going to be December 1st and December 3rd in the Downtown Superior Court. Before moving forward with your release conditions, I'm noting that extraordinary circumstances were found pursuant to State v. Brown, 233 Arizona 153 on the November 23rd, 2025, 2 p.m. calendar with respect to the time of the initial appearance hearing. Per MCSO and as further detailed here, defendant's medical condition prevented them from participating in an initial appearance hearing on any basis, including virtually, which is why he was not seen within 24 hours. He was taken to a medical facility. Probable cause is being found now on the 11 p.m. calendar. This matter was moved to this later calendar to allow time for their medical condition to improve sufficiently to meaningfully participate in a remote initial appearance. All right, Ms. Stetson, would you please like to make your record regarding release conditions? Ms. Stetson, you're muted.
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, the state is asking for $2 million cash in regard to this case. In regard to conditions of release, the state is asking for the suspect not to possess any firearms, not return to the incident location, no electronic monitoring, no direct or indirect contact with the victims. The state would also add no direct or indirect contact with next of kin. In addition, the reason for that request, Your Honor, is that the suspect retrieved a handgun and opened fire on a stopped car occupied by 2 adults and 3 children in a crowded parking lot in the middle of the afternoon in retribution for a fight that occurred with one of the adult occupants. His actions resulted in the death of 2 individuals, one of which was an 8-year-old, and an injury to 2 of the others, one of which was a 3-year-old child, Your Honor, and the endangerment of many others. Your Honor, as a result of this, the suspect is looking at 2 lifetime sentences plus additional mandatory time if he were to be convicted. Additionally, Your Honor, the state did talk to the case agent before, and there's a correction in the Form 4 that the state would just like to bring to Your Honor's attention. In the Form 4, Your Honor, throughout the probable cause statement, it refers to the victim 2. That was an error, Your Honor, and that should be victim 3. But other than that, there's no issues with the probable cause statement. But the state does believe, based on the allegations, there is the suspect does pose a danger to the community based on his actions, so the state is asking for $2 million cash. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Stetson. Sir, did you hear what the prosecutor had to say?
Yes.
Sir, without talking about the facts of your case, and I don't want you to do that at all, because everything in here is being recorded, and anything you say or do can be used against you. Without talking about the facts of your case, do you have a response to what the prosecutor said? And do you want to let me know what you believe what appropriate release conditions should be for you?
For my conditions? She said $2 million, huh? What is that, like? What do you mean, is that like a bond or something?
The prosecutor is asking for a $2 million cash bond for you.
So you're asking me for my example, or?
I'm asking what you think an appropriate release condition would be for you.
And lower the bond, but supervised probation, I guess?
Anything else, sir?
That'd be it.
After hearing from counsel for the state and after hearing from the defendant himself, I'll be making the following orders. Based upon the number of victims in this case, which included 3 minor children, 2 adults, two of whom have passed on, two of whom were injured severely, and then with another child with another injury. Also, there were two other additional victims that were allegedly behind this car, and whose vehicle was involved in the shooting as well. At this time, I'm going to be setting a $3 million cash bond. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring house arrest. Furthermore, if you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victims whatsoever. No contact with any of the next of kin whatsoever. No contact with any complainants or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And you must surrender any and all passports at your next court date. Ms. Stetson, anything further on this matter? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Ms. Stetson.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, sir. If you want to please step to your left for your paperwork. Andy Lepe to the podium. Mitchell Rambolt to the chair, please. Can I please get appearances starting with the state?
Yes, Your Honor. Good evening. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Sir, could I have your full name and date of birth?
Andy Lepe, 04/12/2006.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for manslaughter, a Class 2 felony, aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, endangerment, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are December 1st and December 3rd in the downtown Superior Court. Ms. Stetson, would you like to make your record on this case as to release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, the state is asking for a bond to be set in the amount of $150,000 cash. Your Honor, along with that, the state is asking for standard conditions along with alcohol and drug monitoring, no contact with next of kin, as well as no driving without a valid driver's license and insurance. In this case, Your Honor, the suspect allegedly crashed into another car that was attempting to make a left-hand turn. Your Honor, law enforcement did respond and conducted an interview or investigation. They did note that the suspect presented HGN 6 out of 6 clues. Your Honor, the suspect did provide a PBT. He did blow a .157. In addition to that, they were able to pull information from the suspect's vehicle, the event data recorder, and learned that 2 seconds prior to the collision, Your Honor, the suspect was going 79 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone, and at the time of the collision, he was going 55 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. They did also extract information from the victim's vehicle, which showed that at the time of impact, the victim was going 17 miles an hour, Your Honor. Additionally, the suspect is 19 years old. He admits that he's not of age to drink. He also stated that the state believes that he stated that he consumed several beverages with a friend, Your Honor. So based on the totality of this, as well as the fact that someone has passed, the state does feel that $150,000 cash is appropriate. Thank you, Your Honor.
Very appropriate.
Thank you. Sir, did you hear what the prosecutor had to say?
Yes.
Without talking about the facts of your case, do you have a response to the prosecutor, or do you want to let me know what you believe what appropriate release conditions should be for you?
No.
Okay. After hearing from counsel for the state and reviewing the record before me, I'll be making the following orders. This time I'm going to be setting a cash bond of $150,000. If the defendant's able to post that bond, he'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with alcohol and drug testing and monitoring. He'll also have an electronic ankle monitor. He's not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact whatsoever with any victims or any of their next of kin. He's not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Cannot drive a motor vehicle. Ms. Stetson, anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, if you want to go and have a seat, you have new paperwork over. You'll get some new paperwork.
And Your Honor,
Mitchell
can the
Rambo.
state be excused?
Did you want to appear on number 3? I believe that's what you said on your email.
What was that actually? We couldn't hear
Hi,
you.
sorry, Ms. Stetson, I couldn't hear you. Did you want to appear on number 3?
Yes, Your Honor, the state will be appearing on number 3. Thank you for reminding me.
No.
Sure
Actually,
thing.
where's your mind at today?
Mitchell Ramble to the podium. Wesley Mitchell to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Mitchell Rebel, 12/26/1971.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 2 counts of aggravated assault, Class 3 felonies, 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are December 1st and December 3rd in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $50,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you can't go back to the scene of the crime. No contact with any of the victims or witnesses, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Sir, if you want to please step to your left for your paperwork.
Okay, I'm on a lot of medication, sir. Will I be given my medication for being in here? I've got a lot of heart problems.
So, sir, medical is going to come around and ask you about your medical issues.
Okay.
Make sure to let them know what medications you're on and what conditions that you have so that they can give you the appropriate medical care. All right, sir?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Ibuprofen 200 coming right up. Sir, we got you.
Wesley Mitchell to the podium. Bishop Jones to the chair, please.
I'm done. I need some movies.
Oh, Ashley's back. There she is.
Is she back online? Could I please get appearances starting with the state? Thank you. Ms. Stetson, your microphone is going in and out. Could you please re-announce?
Yes, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you. Sir, could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Wesley Guy Mitchell, September 18th, 1995.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for burglary in the 2nd degree, a Class 3 felony, killing an animal without an owner's consent, a Class 5 felony, criminal damage, Class 2 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are December 1st and December 3rd in the Downtown Superior Court.
What shirt does he have on?
Ms. Stetson, your recommendation for release conditions, please.
Yes, Your Honor. And before the state begins with the recommendation,
We can't hear you, Ashley.
the state just wants to put on the record also that the victim statement written by the victim, Your Honor. In this case, Your Honor, the state would be asking for a bond to be set in the amount of $100,000 cash. The allegations are that the suspect entered the victim's home. The victim came home and found some things that appeared to be out of place. She then discovered that the suspect was asleep in her garage. He had pulled down a mattress that was in the garage and was sleeping in the garage. Additionally, Your Honor, it appears that the victim has animals in cages outside, and checking on those animals, the victim and officers learned that a bunny was either missing or they found the bunny in a different location, but it's alleged that the suspect snapped the neck of one of the bunnies. It was raining outside. It appears to be muddy. The suspect appeared to also be muddy, which led law enforcement to believe that the suspect is responsible for those allegations. But based on the totality of this, Your Honor, the suspect is alleged to have broken into someone's home, as well as the fact that he's alleged to have killed an animal for no purpose whatsoever. Obviously, Your Honor, the state has concerns for that because there's often more sinister things associated with killing of animals, then the state does have concerns for the safety of the community. Thank you, Your Honor.
You go, Ashley. Tell it.
Thank you. Sir, did you hear what the say?
Yes, I heard her.
And without talking about the facts of your case, do you have a response to what she said? And would you want to let me know what you believe appropriate release conditions should be for you?
I believe I should be released on OR. I'm not a threat to the community whatsoever.
I beg to differ, sir. I beg to differ.
All right. And actually, before putting on the record release conditions for Mr. Mitchell, I failed to read the Victim's Rights Advisement. I'll be reading that now. If you're the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present in court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes the decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing, and then to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. Ms. Stetson, would you please confirm that Mr. Mitchell has, at this point, from what you can tell, no prior felony convictions?
Your Honor, that's a little bit difficult. What the state can see is that he has the state warrants, Your Honor. The state can't see if those warrants are pre-adjudication, post-adjudication, Your Honor. The state can see that he has a failure to appear for a criminal case in San Marcos, Texas, as well as a failure to appear for a carrying a firearm while under the influence in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Your Honor. Those, as the state stated, those warrants are non-extraditable, but the state wouldn't go so far to say that he doesn't have any criminal history. The state just can't see if he has any convictions, Your Honor.
Thank you. After hearing from counsel for the state and from the defendant himself and reviewing the record before me, which does include those out-of-state wants from the states of Texas and Oklahoma, and also a number of arrests from the state of California, I'll be making the following orders. At this time, I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000. If the defendant is able to bond out, he'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with alcohol testing and monitoring. He'll also have an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if he bonds out, he's not to return to the scene of the crime, have no contact with any victim or witness, and he's not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Ms. Stetson, anything further on your end?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, sir. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork. Thank you for your help, Ms. Stetson. You may be excused at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bishop Jones to the podium. Michael Fulton to the chair, please.
Hello, Your Honor.
Name and date of birth, please.
Bishop Jones, 05/16/1995.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 5 counts of aggravated assault, Class 6 felonies, 4 counts of threatening and intimidating, Class 1 misdemeanors, 5 counts of disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanors. At this time, I'm not finding probable cause as to the 5 counts of aggravated assault. I am finding probable cause as to all other charges. I am assigning counsel. Your next court dates are going to be December 1st and December 3rd in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision. Furthermore, if you bond out, you can't go back to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. The lone exception to not returning to the scene of the crime is if you're brought there for legitimate medical emergencies. Sir, if you want to please step to your left for your paperwork. Michael Fulton to the podium. George Chaplin to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Michael Fulton, 12/7/88.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. I would talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are December 1st and December 3rd in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a placeholder bond of $50 on your new case. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's December 1st in the Downtown Superior Court, After finding probable cause as to a new Term 1 violation, I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $500 on your probation violation warrant. So you have a grand total of $550 for both your cases.
All right.
If you're able to bond out on both your matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. George Chaplin to the podium. Santiago Castro to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
George Chapman, 10/29/1987.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's December 1st in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by a probation violation judge. It's a $500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Please step to your left for paperwork. Santiago Castro to the podium. Adam Clem to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
12/25/1985.
Name, please.
Santiago Gonzalez Castro.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court warrant and a municipal court new case. Let me tell you about your warrant first.
Okay.
I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's December 3rd at the Buckeye City Court. I'm going to reduce that bond down to $100.
Oh, okay.
And you also have a municipal court new case. You've been arrested for shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's December 3rd. That's also at the Buckeye Municipal Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $50, so total $150 for both your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you may not enter any Walmart stores or their premises. Fun, please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Adam Clem to the podium. Demi Gomez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
12/12/91. Adam Clem.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 25th at the Peoria City Court. I'm going to reduce your bond down to $100. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any witnesses, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Demi Gomez to the podium. Christian Hunt to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Demi Gomez, March 28th of 88.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court new case. You've been arrested for disobeying an order of the court, Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's going to be December 3rd at the Buckeye City Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $100. If you're able to bond out, you are not to have any contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey the order of protection that's been put out against you. And again, you may have no contact with the victim whatsoever through any means. That includes electronically and through third parties, even if they contact you first. You're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork, ma'am. Christian Hunt to the podium. Steve Gonzalez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Christian Hunt, November 29, 2004.
Thank you. You're here today on a Justice Court new case. You've been arrested for racing, Class 1 misdemeanor, reckless driving, Class 2 misdemeanor, exceeding the posted speed by more than 20 miles per hour, Class 3 misdemeanor. I'm not finding probable cause today as to the racing charge. I am finding probable cause as to the reckless driving and the exceeding the posted speed limit. So as to those two charges, I am assigning counsel. Your next court date is going to be December 1st at the Kyrene Justice Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $100. If you're able to bond out, you're just not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, sir. Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Steve Gonzalez to the podium. John Lacey to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Steve Santana Gonzalez, 411-90.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant and a Superior Court new case. Let me talk to you about your newest case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are December 8 and December 11 in the downtown Superior Court. You also have a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause was previously found for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on July 14th of 2025. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court dates are the same, December 8 and December 11 in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, sir, I'm going to be releasing you today.
Okay.
Sir, one of the main reasons I'm releasing you, despite the fact that you have new cases, that when you were pulled over, you were honest with the officer.
Yes.
You told him you might have a warrant, and then you're also honest with what you had in your possession.
Yes.
Not everyone does that, and I do appreciate that honesty. So that's why I'm going to be releasing you today.
Thank you.
There's going to be some conditions to your release, though, sir.
Yes.
You're going to be on supervised release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, I do.
Do you promise to appear on December 8 and December 11 in the downtown Superior Court?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, I do.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to call pretrial services once you're out of custody. You have to call them during normal business hours.
Okay.
If you fail to call them, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right, thank you. Please have your
Thank you,
look
Your
for paperwork. Good luck. John Lacey to the podium. Name and date of birth, please.
My name is John Lacey. My date of birth is 08/18/1993.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You're here today in Justice Court, new case. You've been arrested for criminal trespass, Class 3 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm not assigning you an attorney because for these types of charges, you don't get a free attorney.
Okay.
You can hire your own attorney if you want one. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your next court date is going to be December 9th. That's at the University Lakes Justice Court.
Okay.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you can't go back onto ASU property. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. No contact with any witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Okay.
Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to appear on December 9th at the University Lakes Justice Court?
Yes, sir. It's hard to remember all the stuff you're telling me, but.
So all that stuff is going to be on your paperwork. You got to keep your paperwork and keep it safe. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you understand if you don't show up to court, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
All right. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you on your own recognizance. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Please step to your left. Make sure to show up to court. All right?
All right.
Okay, thank you, sir. I have to visit one individual back to their cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. James Adkins, date of birth 6/19/1988. He's here on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date is December 3rd in the downtown Superior Court. Confirming the bond set by his probation violation judge. It's a $500 secured appearance bond. If he's able to bond out, he's not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. I must contact his PO within 3 days. After visiting with him back at his cell, if I'm to make any changes to these release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. This concludes the 11 p.m. calendar.